Hello, darling. Come in, come in.
Howdy, stranger.
Spiritually Rogue Podcast, weekly with Braxton and April Rome. When the world goes crazy, it's time to go rogue. Sundays, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going where we've never gone before, and we're taking you with us.
Oh my God!
Let 3, 2,
Incoming!
1, 0.
We're on a mission from God.
Put your ear to the speaker.
Crank it up. It'll knock your socks off. And now, this.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. All right, let me make sure that this is all right. All right.
We were having a little bit of a technical difficulty.
Yes, several technical difficulties.
Yeah.
You know, some people say that it's retrograde. Okay, let's figure
Yeah,
this
let's
out.
scoot over
We
that.
had our, you know, we were doing this double camera thing and it didn't work out. So it's all well and good. We want to welcome you to
Spiritually Rogue Radio.
yes. And why Spiritually Rogue?
Actually, it's a podcast. When you say radio, people think
Spiritually Rogue
they kind of
radio.
age you a little bit.
That it
because
does, I know. But my original show was
The only radio
the
I have now is pretty much in my car.
radio.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the empty phone booth I saw on the side of the road the other day. I thought, oh, anyway, you know, my mom would always say, keep a quarter in your shoe.
Well, my grandfather, my Papa Dagnall used to work for Southwestern Bell, so they had my grandmother's house in Hallsville used to have a old Southwestern Bell telephone.
Hi, Jamie.
booth.
I'm listening and I'm juggling. We have to do that from time to time.
So anyway, they had an old phone booth out there in
That's
the
so
yard. It was
cool.
kind of cool. I used to not like Superman because I'm a
Was
Batman
it gutted?
freak, but
Was it just like a regular phone booth?
yeah, but it had a phone in it and stuff. I mean, it didn't work, but you know.
Jeremy and Pam at the Jefferson have a haunted, literally a whole phone booth that's haunted.
Oh, I know. I
It's
know. They
pretty
have so much cool
cool.
stuff there anyway.
It's pretty cool. So, hello, Jamie. Do you have your glasses? Did you
I
bring
do.
them?
I do.
Okay, we have to wear them. I feel like because we are now over the age of 40 and our eyes, they don't work the
Oh,
same.
look, I can see a little bit.
Look, it's Jamie Lynn.
It's amazing.
And Jamie Lynn, Jamie, you're being you are safe with the tornadoes in northern Michigan, correct? Please let us know.
Yeah, that was crazy. And prayers go out to all that. That's so unexpected there. You're used to it in Missouri, Kansas,
Right.
Texas, Oklahoma, but not there. So it was really weird. But we are praying for everybody that has been
Yeah.
affected by that. And John, thanks for the pictures and letting everybody know kind of what's going on there because it's wow.
It's
But
scary.
tornadoes do so much damage in such a minimal amount of time. It's mind blowing because the one that hit Lancaster in 94,
Mhm.
that's where I grew up, and it's never been the same since. I mean, things that were there for years and years and years, just in minutes, just sticks and brick and mortar, and that's it. It's gone.
It's scary.
To
I mean,
to the whole level, you know, like foundation, just like it never was there
you don't think it can happen to you
until it happens.
until it happens to you.
Yeah.
Jamie, I'm so happy and glad you are okay.
Yeah.
To any of our watchers and listeners that have been affected by any of this weather wild craziness, please let us know. We'll do a little prayer thing. We do that. Oh my gosh. So, you know, that's what we do. We lift each other. We are here. And actually, with Fair Paranormal, that's what we do. We hold space to help others. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
So this handsome man sitting next to me, hold on, there's a comment. So it looked devastating. It did. And the only thing that I can compare it to was Hurricane Andrew.
Because you're from Florida.
South Florida, a native. Could you imagine a native Floridian, born and raised? Oh, anyway,
well, all I knew was tornadoes, and then I moved to Florida, and it was like a tornado with water in it.
It was well,
That's
yeah.
what I compare it to. It's a tornado with water added to it. So, yeah, I didn't really get the full effect of the hurricane, thank goodness, while we were there, but I did get a little minimal teaser of it.
You did. You did.
Hopefully, they're not hearing our cats.
It is,
scratch on the door wanting in
It-
because they can't be away from their mommy and daddy.
Do you understand it? Do you understand who just showed up? Do you see this?
Oh my God.
Do you see this loveliness?
I do.
I can't even get over it.
What in tarnation?
There's
There it
Retrograde.
is.
Hi, my gorgeous girl. How are you? It is so good to see your face.
No doubt.
Yeah, Florida misses you. I love that she jumps on when I say Hurricane Andrew.
So
It was
the hurricane.
Yeah, it was 92, I believe. 92. August of 92, because my grandfather passed away in Broward Regional Hospital. Was it Broward? Oh my gosh.
I don't know, honey.
Memorial East. Thank you. Anyway, and it was horrible.
We love you, Scotty.
It was, yes, we
See, I
do. We
saw that.
miss you. You have no idea how many times I see War Party Paranormals videos, and you guys have a podcast,
Yeah.
I believe now. And I'm like, those are my people.
Those are my peeps.
It's awesome. It's
Yeah.
awesome to see you, and I miss you, and my heart misses your heart and your laugh. Dear God, I miss your laugh.
Oh, I know, right?
So weather. We're talking about. I know we're getting
It's
all
crazy.
into.
It's
Yes.
crazy weather. I mean, out of nowhere, just some of this stuff that's coming up and multiples. I mean, like you said, I don't think I've ever seen this many tornadoes in a short period of time.
No.
And we didn't really look at the statistics or anything, but it just seems like there's a hell of a lot of tornadoes lately, and they're doing a
Fires
lot of damage.
And mass shootings.
Yeah,
it's you know, and
it's so crazy.
It is crazy. It is important to look the other way, and so you know what? We did that this past week.
We went for a drive, and we love going to the little towns around here because there's always a little hole in the wall restaurant that we haven't tested out yet, or an old building we haven't seen, or historical markers. We don't really stop at those because this is like a two-way highway.
So many out here. I mean, being a Florida girl, Florida's beautiful. There are some areas and locations that are like old Florida up by Lake Helen, South Florida, Biscayne, South Beach is even pretty. I was born and raised there, and it's got some gorgeous places. So me being out here in East Texas, it's like a kid in a candy store.
Well, it's springtime, so all the flowers bloom, and our Texas state flower is a bluebonnet, and they only last like a few weeks, but they're gorgeous.
They are,
and gorgeous. I really don't know why they call them bluebonnets, because when you look at them, they're really more of a purple color to me, but it's what it is. But
they're like this bright, they're just gorgeous. They're like the color of that bag, actually.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm enjoying driving around. I'm enjoying trying to stay in my vortex.
And we went to a little town called Mineola. Now, we were looking at Mineola when we were going to move to Texas, but someone said it sounds too much like what, honey?
I'm not going to live anywhere that sounds like Areola. I'm not living anywhere. Where'd you move? Areola, Texas.
And I told her, I said, look, it's a cute little town. It's so cute. It's like country.
I don't care.
And she's like, no. And now that we went to go
I
visit
love
it,
Oh,
she loves
my
Mineola.
God.
There's a little burger joint there that's called East Texas Burger Company, or oh my goodness,
it's
so
unbelievable.
And then where else did we eat there? The Italian place.
We ate at the Italian place, but what's the new favorite one? I know people are like, could we talk about the Henry?
Well, we drove by this hotel before, and we've taken pictures of it before, but we really didn't stop, get out, check it out. And the feeling of this place is so deep. There's so many layers to this place. And it's called the Henry Hotel, and it's in Mineola, Texas, and on the main street there. And it dates back to the 1930s, but she found out that it goes back into the 1800s.
There's stuff, out here in East Texas.
There's a lot of stuff.
Piney Woods, Bigfoot capital of East Texas. Come on, guys. That's pretty cool. Cryptid. like what? I could literally go.
You always go, this looks like so much like Bigfoot
It's like
stuff.
squatchy. But I could do that again with the it's squatchy. All right, with the echo on the sound effects.
Okay.
But there's all these little towns, and there's these empty towns, old towns that have been lots of abandoned houses and locations and barns, and being so strongly aware of how much I'm aware of energy. I can't often go places and not feel layers of events and emotions and points of view. I mean, a lot of us do it. It's remote viewing. You close your eyes and you could feel and sense, but technically, what happened? But technically, it's using your abilities. That was so not like coolish.
Oh,
I know.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what ran them off. I hope it ain't Henry Hotel.
Well, because I'm preaching and I'm teaching. That's why.
Oh.
Because I'm gonna teach. So you're out there, right? You empaths, you clairsentients, clear feelers. People who don't accept it. And Miss Scotty over there, she thinks she's a ghost. What are you? Not a magnet. You repel them, but you're quite intuitive. All right.
Well, she gets some pretty freaking killer evidence on her little recorders there for somebody who doesn't attract ghosts.
As she bangs her mag light on the empty bathroom stalls. So laugh out loud. I miss you.
God, I know, right?
So and Scotty knows we've investigated together in many graveyards at midnight.
Oh yeah,
just cool shit with this woman. But I can't go anywhere and not pick up on stuff. And so these old towns are just delicious to me. And stories that all my Florida peeps don't know about. So going to Areola, Texas, I keep getting pulled.
Poor Mineola.
And Braxton keeps getting pulled to this totally vacant building. And we went by it the first time like, ooh, you guys know who you are. You do the same thing. Ooh,
That's creepy.
There's energy there.
Anything in there, babe?
Yeah.
But, I've been to Mineola several times because we used to do events, Fear Paranormal, at You Need to Come visit.
Welcome invitation.
But we used to do events at this place called the Beckham Hotel, which is very well known, and it's right by the train tracks and that energy, and it's been on TV. But the Beckham is God, it's beautiful, like it's so beautiful. And we laugh because I got hit on by a lady of the evening, or a soiled dove, as they used to call them here in Texas.
A soiled dove.
That's what they used to call them.
I bet I was one of those soiled doves in a past lifetime.
But she wanted to know if I needed company in the evening, and I was like, I appreciate the offer, hon, but
let me tell you, I tell her now, I'm gonna cut a ghost.
Cut a ghost.
I'm not.
So
kidding.
anyway,
No,
I knew about the Beckham, but I had never really gone around Mineola and kind of looked at stuff before until I brought her to Texas, and we kind of started checking stuff out, and we saw it. We've taken pictures of it before, but we've never really stopped, and we had time, so we stopped. And
we finally stopped. Yeah,
I let my little piece of equipment out of the car here, my best piece of equipment, and I let her go ahead and do her little thing, and she picked up a lot. I mean, the building has been several things, but what did you pick up when we first drove up, sweetheart?
It feels stuck. People are like, no kidding. No, there's energy that's not stuck. It's there like completely by choice, very aware. But this energy, and it doesn't feel like one, but there is one dominant energy, which feels very masculine, very male. I don't like all the energy. I do feel, I have a theory, there's certain abandoned or vacant places that will be repetitively empty. They just constantly switch owner and they're constantly empty. To me, there's a reason. There's a reason they sit empty. There's an energy there somewhere, somehow. So this place is void. You can feel that it's like in the description, it just blends because the whole area is this romantic little East Texas town. It's just so cute. And then you got to back up again and go, what the? I want to say it, but I can't say it. I could.
The hotel itself is pretty small. I mean, for a hotel, when you think of a hotel, you think it's at least, but this is a story and a half. So
compared to Gulfstream,
Lake
Worth,
yeah,
right.
this thing could probably fit in the lobby of the Gulfstream.
Totally. The basement.
The cool entryway, though, very cool entryway. It's like a Tudor style.
Yeah. We got video.
Oh yeah,
so you guys won't be without. We're just
we're gonna kind of show you, but you can just tell by the look of it that it is been through the ringer, and it has been used as several different things. What did you find out it was used for?
Well, the historian in our group, which is also the dashboard girl. Wiki. Is it for sale? Oh, Aaron, listen, girl. I started digging in all the. Wait till you see the video. It's got some really beautiful history. There's so many places out there that are undiscovered. We just see the big ones that make TV repetitively. Waverly Hills. What's another one? It was Antiques, Uniques, and Collectibles, and I have to always say that because,
of course,
my heart.
Well, I mean, you've got the Stanley, the Villisca Axe Murder House. You've got so many places that have already been seen before.
Right.
I didn't even know what the name of this place was.
Right.
Even though we had driven by, the name is actually so small, kind of. It's on the other side of the thing from the road, but boy, it did give off some creepy freaking vibes. And I know a lot of activity happened there as far as because of it being a morgue before and it being what else?
It started off as a drugstore,
Right, which is not, you wouldn't think anything would be crazy from a drugstore, but then you have the morgue.
Look, we all
and then you have the hotel, which I'm sure had deaths.
Right. So. And then it was the house of one of Texas's earlier governors.
Native Texan, first native Texan governor.
And his last name is Hogg, Hogg, as you will see.
Well, I don't know if you say it Hogg. I think it's Hogg.
But I know someone
Jim Hogg.
So I don't look at you.
You know why? Because there's a Jim Hogg Road off of 20 when you're going towards
You're
Tyler.
So good.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there you go.
So there you go.
There's the connection.
There's the connection. And it's pretty interesting because he lived here. I believe he lived here. No, and he was a lawyer. He was also a lawyer. You'll see. I started digging. But I'm not a good researcher. So I got basic stuff. And there isn't documented haunted evidence because
no one's been in there to check it out.
No one's done some research. So I'm going to look and see. However, as those who feel, who know, who see, when you watch the video with us, we're going to dissect each picture. You may pick up on things where you'll say, I wouldn't go there. Scotty would go anywhere, just so you know.
She's afraid of nothing.
War Party Paranormal. I mean, it's literally that.
The literal warrior of the group.
Scotty.
She ain't afraid of
Scotty Buns. Yes, she'll go anywhere.
She's fearless.
She really is. I also have theories. But this place is very, very void, empty.
And no, we don't think it's for sale, Aaron. As far as I know, I don't know.
But wait, there's more.
Oh, but she did all the.
It's government owned. I know Aaron's brain and business brain are going, woo, grants and and it's it has a historical marker on it.
Yeah.
So I don't know the rules, but it is historic functions, business, financial institution, specialty store, warehouse, was also post office, city hall. Okay, transportation, road and rail related at some point.
Well, I mean, the railroad is right across the street.
Right.
What? Right across the street.
And then for current functions, because it from time to time you'll see in the notes that it was like a coffee store. There's a downtown, like the first floor tried to stay busy. I also think there was an antique shop in there at one point.
Yeah, there's some really cool stuff in that little. We looked through the windows, and there was some pretty cool stuff down there. But it also made me.
You'll
gave me the
feel it.
EVGs.
You'll feel it in your soul.
Something about
plexus.
antiques and things like that.
Yeah. Because things carry energy, and energy can stick to things. That's why the Jefferson is absolutely amazing. Guys, I was at another building this past weekend that was also very, very, like, you know me in old buildings. I'm like, hello, beautiful. Very active. All right. So really quickly, what this building has been used for recently.
Coffee shop.
Yep. Restaurant, specialty store.
Which is the antique thing.
Okay, good.
Because it looks special. Some of that
in
shit
Miami
looked real
and
special.
Fort Lauderdale in the neighborhood is specialty store is something very different.
Ooh.
All right. A museum and city hall it was used for. And then also road and rail related. It's pretty cool.
Road and rail related.
Late 19th and early 20th century American movements, commercial style. It's Beaux Arts Italianate. Tudor Revival. I like that.
Is that why you're so drawn to it?
Totally.
That's Italiano.
Probably the only. No, there's energy there. All right. So if you guys are ready, we're going to really quickly just ask you to please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and jingle that bell. You know I like my bells jingle. Ooh, ooh. Okay, we're back. So all right, let me just let's bring it on. Okay, guys, here we go. Now I'm gonna have to start playing this so you can see. And if we have to slow down, now can you guys hear also? Can you hear me? If you can, just give me a thumbs up so we don't keep talking. Now the Wi-Fi out here in yonder is not always the best, so bear with us. There's the old sign.
The little sign that you can barely see if you don't really pay attention.
Right.
Uh-oh.
You know, I'm wondering if I can share something here.
No, there it is.
There's let's see if I can do something. Hold on a second. Yeah. So, okay. That's a lot smaller. All right. So there's the Henry Hotel. That's from across the street. I mean, you glance at it and it's like, oh, it's like an Oktoberfest.
Yeah, you definitely feel like that Oktoberfest feel when you look at this building. Okay. Now, see, this is a little sign.
Okay, good.
That's kind of painted.
Teresa gives a thumbs up. Hi, Teresa, my love. I got your text. I will respond.
Check that out. I mean, it is just the coolest little place.
Yeah, I'm going to go back just a second.
Okay.
Because I want to
You want to make it bigger so people can really see it. There you go. See that the entrance is so cool with the stones.
Yeah. So there we go.
There.
Look at that. So you could see on the first floor, that's going to probably be a lot of the retail.
Yeah.
The coffee shop, but earlier, all of the transportation, railway.
I mean, I bet it's something right out front, and then the railroad was right across. So I'm sure when they had railroad people that were working on it or were traveling, they stayed there.
Yeah.
So that's probably the relation to but it's a cool looking building. I mean, it really is. It's really cool. And this is the what is this? The south side of the building, I guess it would be.
I do not know.
Yeah, you're not good on directions. I understand.
Around
but
here
I think that's the south side of the building. The front of the building where you see the awnings, that's the main thoroughfare right there through the town. It's Highway 80, but yeah, it pretty much goes through all little towns in East Texas.
It'll take you right into Gladewater, which has the best quarter-pound cookies that your mouth will ever eat.
You haven't found any bad food in Texas, that's for sure.
No.
So anyway, you can feel kind of what you pick up when you drive by. It's got the creepy feel to it for sure.
Breath. You're breathing. You can feel it.
Yeah.
Some people are like, I don't feel a thing. Okay, probably because you're not clairsentient, but use this opportunity to sense, just to feel, to see Any thoughts, visions, ideas, any sounds not audible? It'll automatically be like a thought of a sound that's not yours. All right. So moving forward, the Henry, and I don't know what that means. Artist saying, I think there's a part of the
Yeah,
sign
it's missing. You can see that it's missing.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, but that's the
so
coolest.
cool.
I love when they have buildings like this where
Yes.
they have the old paintings and stuff, the old signs that were painted, actually hand painted on there, or hand done. And they have one also in Winona when I go to work every day. It's a big, huge, wide. I'll have to take a picture of it.
Yeah.
But I love stuff like this, like the old Coca-Cola signs that were on the sides of the building, or Pepsi, or RC. It was RC back then too.
Yeah.
Remember that? Or no, you probably don't.
And there's one over here on the corner, right? The corner market stone is what it's called, Four Corners, because that's all there is. It's an old Coca-Cola one. It's really pretty. All right. So here's part of an older hotel sign. Look at that. The Henry. You know, if Denise Altman is watching, it's interesting though, because it reminds me of one of the energies, Henri. Yeah, Henri. It was a slave energy that was at the Antiques, Uniques, and Collectibles building in St. Augustine. So it's funny that the age is missing though, because the root of that is Henri, which is French, right?
French.
All right. So that's a pretty cool sign. You know, this is just like old
Yeah,
Texas.
it's just really cool.
There's me doing my thing in the window.
So that's not an apparition. Nobody think that.
No,
that's been debunked.
Me, free parking behind the hotel.
Okay, behind the hotel. There is no behind the hotel.
So just know.
It's got a fence around it. It's got an RV.
Wait. Yeah, I'm going to take you back there. And we don't ever want to park back there. It looks like the people that did.
Maybe didn't come out of the parking area.
They never got out. So you'll see the beautiful, it looks like a VW bus. All right. So as we're going through these pictures, please take a peek in the windows. That's where I picked up some stuff. And I knew for a fact, come on, I know you know.
How old is the building? Well, it dates back to the 1920s, but it also says that it was possibly built in the late 1800s. So this building is old.
There's again a disclaimer. I'm not a historian.
Yeah, so we only went with basic information that we found because but it does date back. It was the first is a freestanding sign hotel dating back 1920s, but yet it does go back to the 1800s, late 1800s.
Well, the town, I think it was like 1888.
Yeah.
So if it's just fascinating. So, all right, this thing should be. Is it moving? We're moving.
I don't know if it's moving or not because.
Okay, here we go. Boom.
I don't think it's moving.
Okay. Are we rolling? Where you going, little hotel? Okay. So, kind of like to me the same age of Hotel Casadega. Why it's
well, we live out in the middle of nowhere, and it's been storming for 2 days. Well, it started last night. It was a pretty good storm last night.
It's great.
So if it is delayed, we apologize. Oh,
here we go. Look at that. Look at these people.
Serious on our face.
It's just proof we were there. You know that we weren't like rigging it
sideways.
Come on, this isn't the view that I wanted to stop. Wi-Fi. You know, back in the day, you could hit the
Divine,
machine.
It wanted it to stop on the sideways view of us in front of the building.
What the heck?
And we look so sad.
We do, and it not posted.
We were just looking.
Come on, girl.
Yeah, it's doing its little.
I know this is like boring. People are like, what the hell kind of rogue podcast is this? All right.
Well,
look, we're turning just a tad here. Come on. Flip it. Flip it good. I wish I had that song.
Well, y'all look at our serious. That's our serious. That could be an Ed and Lorraine Warren look.
Okay, you know why we did this? People are going to be like, look at them paranormal people looking so mean. We took a family picture smiling in front of I'm gonna let that thing
The
super
Myrtles.
round. No, not the Myrtles, baby. When we took the kids to the JFK, the location where the building where he got shot.
Oh yeah,
What is it called? The 6th floor.
museum now.
Yeah.
But it was the book. Do you know what I used to call it when I was little?
What?
The book suppository.
The book suppository. Oh my gosh. She says we're getting taco neck. let me flip this. All right, come on. God bless.
Taco neck, I get it.
Okay, good. Here we go. We're coming up to this. So you could see a little bit. I just wanted to show. I know what's going on. YouTube. Come on. This is horrible. This is what happens when I go shopping now for long periods of time. All right. So the district's registration form, blah, 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 blah. I just wanted to, oh my goodness gracious. Come on. I felt so special and important by doing the research, putting the website, and wait, I even circled something. Come on. That was a gun.
Oh no.
Look at this. We're live. That's great. That's great. Oh, there it went. There it went. I'll post pictures of this on the website. All right, guys. So we're still rolling here. Keep an eye on the
Surely it didn't go all the way back.
No. They're like, my eyes have been on the pictures. Okay, here's the very front. So that's part of the parking lot. And that would have been the front door. It really, for those who like architecture and Italian old Tudor
Oh, the
style.
cool light up top
Oof,
too was really cool.
it's gorgeous.
I mean, you could tell they don't make stuff like that no more.
No.
They can try all day long. They can make something similar, but it ain't going to be as durable and last as long.
No. Okay.
Yep,
Cool.
Jim Hogg. Looky there. He lived in
Looky
Wood County.
At there hims is. Okay, so I'm going to pause this for just a moment. There he is. He lived in Wood County from 1868 to 1882. And I'm reading this because we don't only go live on video. It's also on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So this is going out to all of those podcast listeners. Formative years of his political career. I know people are like, who cares about him? He could be lurking in the area. So listen. When he became governor, he appointed several Wood County friends to public offices. Guys, check this out. He appointed a woman. They include Sarah Rosalie Patton Buchanan.
They had some long names back in the day. And she became a professor at Sam Houston State Normal College, which I don't know what that means. But anyway, William Jesse McDonald was a city deputy, appointed Ranger Captain Cadwell Walton Rains, a newspaperman and a county judge who became state librarian, and former city marshal George Reeves, who became a penitentiary agent, which I guess that's like a warden maybe.
Yeah.
Back in the day, friendships that Governor Hogg made in his Wood County years had an important impact on the county and on the state of Texas. But yeah, he was the only native Texan to become governor of the state of Texas at that day and age. I don't know if that's happened again yet or not.
Look at that. Born in
1851.
Look at this. Now she's gonna fly through here. Slow your roll, girl.
But see, this is what I'm saying. If he was there in 1850 something or 1881, then that building dates back to that. But they just have records from the early 1900s.
Right, which a lot of historical places don't always have
records that far back.
Yeah. Do you know why?
Well, they really weren't worried about keeping records back in the day. They were trying to survive. It was a little rougher back in the day.
Well, I think some of them did a very good job of keeping records. Thank God we wouldn't have all of this. That's why I wanted to
Well,
pause.
I understand that, but I'm saying they're not as meticulous and it's not as easy to retrieve as it is these days.
Correct. Yes, and that's exactly my point.
Some of it has been some of it has also been lost or burn up in a courthouse or things like that. Some of these important paperwork and history of your town, some of these courthouses and city halls have had fires. A lot of these county courthouses have had fires and had a lot of damage to them, and there's records in the basements of
Do
these
you know
places.
how cute you are?
No,
You are.
no.
Because I was going to say fires, literally.
Wow. Well, that's why we're together. We do that a lot.
We do. St. Augustine, in fact, originally, most of the town, the city, the original buildings were burned down because of a fire.
Yeah,
Same thing with Key West, Florida.
yeah.
See, I don't know this stuff. So that's why I'm like totally geeking out. It's like,
Well, it's new now. See, you got new areas to check out
Yeah.
now.
it's
And these are areas that I didn't even check out. So,
this little doohickey here. Did I pause it?
I love how you're using Texas words like doohickey. That's great.
Doohickey.
You're
Look
getting
at
there,
that.
babe.
It's a tiny, tiny little space.
Yeah, for what?
What happened? Why did it go to the beginning? Oh, okay. Listen, guys, it's Mercury retrograde. Whether you believe in it or not,
I believe in it now because this is craziness.
it just is. It's communication stuff gets wonky.
Oh yeah, my phone, everything trips out. But whatever.
Okay.
We want to really get into this place, and I don't know how we're gonna do it, but I want to get in this place.
Yes.
I just want to go through it, walk through it, take a recorder through it, maybe a camera. I don't want to do a full on all night long investigation, but a couple hours would be sweet.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on the state of it. Like a lot of times the second story is not.
Well, yeah, that's a lot of the times it is.
It's out of network.
Yeah,
I mean, it's out of network.
Out of network. What the hell?
Out of order. That's the
order.
Insurance, medical insurance passed in.
It is not stable enough for folks to be walking around in there. Let's just put it easily like that.
Right. No.
It's not sound.
That's great. All right. Come on, James. I'm trying to tell you a story. Okay. So we're going to keep moving. We're moving forward.
We're just going to roll with the punches, baby.
That's what we got to do. All right. So you're going to see this little space in between the buildings. It's just interesting. Sometimes it's not about the buildings. It's about the energy. And if you take the buildings away, you've got land where other buildings could have existed, or
Native American energy could have existed.
Native American energy. You could have had horrible events. I mean, I've had visions, not here, but visions of bodies being dragged. I
don't know. Drugged.
Not though they were not drugged. Well, maybe they were drugged and they were dragged. But anyway, so
pulled through the streets.
They were pulled
by their feet
through the streets. There it is a little closer. Look at that. And
it's like, what is that
right.
all about?
And the back of it is, you'll see when I take you to the back parking lot.
If we get there. These windows have not ever been changed, I do not believe, unless some miracle they could match them up perfectly, which usually doesn't happen.
Yeah.
She's always got to find her random heart somewhere.
Random hearts, I love it.
But I love the entrance. I think it's just the coolest thing. The door's cool, the shape of it.
It really is just gorgeous. And it's
kind of a cool mixture. I mean, I thought at first, I was like, I don't know about that stone and brick together, but hey.
I mean, it's literally authentic.
But look at the light that that's what I was talking about. Just stuff like that they used to make, out of.
Let me pause this.
Oh, what is this?
That's going to be your girl peeping through the window, like I did at the Myrtles when I shoved my.
Oh, you guys. Okay, so we're at the Myrtles for my birthday weekend, and we are connected. We're in the General Bradford suite, which is connected to the suite where Chloe, the spirit, is supposedly seen often. And what does my wife do? Besides almost get us in trouble, but she slides her phone and her recorder right under the door, and forgets about it and falls asleep. And then the next morning, when the tour guide comes to our door, knocking on our door, asking if that's our equipment shoved under the door,
I was like, I'm so sorry, but
I thought we were going to get banned from the Myrtles because my wife was
I wasn't in there. My phone was.
You weren't trespassing, so to speak.
Correct.
But
man, I put that thing in.
Man, you got to do what you got to do when you're wanting to get Chloe on.
Right. Well, I have an opinion about Chloe, and we'll have to talk about that.
Yeah,
another
we'll talk
day.
about it. But.
Just because, and I didn't mean to quiet you.
No, that's okay. I just thought it was really funny that you almost got us booted out of the Myrtles for your illegal investigation.
You never know what you're going to catch ever. All right.
You might catch a charge.
You might. Well, I've seen full body apparitions. I've seen disembodied voices.
You've seen them.
I've seen
Damn.
not full body apparitions. Like you've seen feet at Ortona Cemetery. We saw what looked like a Native American behind the cemetery, just kind of gliding. And when you look down, I mean, the guy either had to have been 20 feet tall. He wasn't that wide and big, not a giant, or whatever. So anywho, I didn't know what I was going to catch. So on this picture, I want to have you guys look, because I think I have two others like this. You'll see my reflection behind, of course. I put my camera up to the glass. You know, there was no trespassing. But could you feel? I'd love to see if they have old pictures of the Henry Hotel somewhere. Ooh, just the amount. I mean, how many things has that front area seen?
There's no telling.
I mean, even when no one's there, whatever is present. You know, I always look at blurs, lines. Literally, one of the best.
Blurred lines.
Blurred lines. Good song. Mm-hmm. Julia, a friend of mine, took an amazing picture of the woman in white at the Moon River Brewery. If you go to my Facebook page and you go into the cover photos, you go back a bit, you'll see her. We had to zoom in, and it was a smudge. But when you look and you zoom in, it is a woman. Sorry, it's a woman in a Native American, a woman in a Victorian dress holding a baby. I mean, it's extremely clear. And she caught that with her cell phone. So, all right, I do see a little line there. It could be a cable. I gotta look. It's going like corner to corner by the Coca-Cola machine. But look at that. That could be anything. Anyway, I'm gonna go back and like totally go through these pictures again. But I had to show this. I think it totally is just reflection of the glass in my camera, my phone. Here's another picture. I like to take several, back to back.
I can attest to this. Yeah. I bet those eggs are better on top of that Coca-Cola thing.
Did you see eggs?
Oh. Yeah, it's a big box of eggs on it.
Did you see that big boat right there on the counter? Did you notice that was an old boat?
No, I don't know what this has to do with the hotel.
I just think it's interesting.
No, the ground, baby.
Right there. Oh, the heart? Well, because there I was, and there was that heart.
Okay. Looking
right at me. So that's what I snapped a little picture of. So, but look at the wooden boat.
Yeah.
Like the sails are gone, but I mean.
Yeah, and the masts are jacked.
Yeah.
Hey.
Look at that. Wouldn't that be horrible if there was a condom there? In South Florida, there's condoms on the floor all the time, like South Beach. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. I would see this and automatically think that, because that's South Florida. Look at that thing Florida.
Above the door. That's the light thing. It's so cool.
It's beautiful. Look at the rocks. I mean, I'm sure some of this was restored. The door's not. Is it?
It's just a cool building.
It really is. Now
there's a DQ that isn't open.
There's a cute guy down there. All right. So this is head on. The top of the building, that second story, but I don't know if that's an attic.
I don't know. I can't really tell.
Is Aaron still on here? Aaron, are you feeling anything?
And we got rid of Taco Neck.
We did.
So we don't have to worry about Taco Neck anymore.
No, that picture was supposed to spin so great. And
it didn't do it for you.
It didn't. So I'm going to get more of the pictures on the side.
Uh-oh.
It's my laptop, I think. She's an old girl. All right. So there's this.
Mm.
Second story, and I was zooming. It's just interesting. Just little things.
Also dirty.
It is dirty,
Stuff's
but
on there.
you see what I circled? It wasn't there before. Again, could be glare. You never know. But I've had things show up just like this in pictures.
Well, especially
I
when
mean,
it's you.
But babe, if you look at it, it could be a guy's face, like looking up, like it looks like his nose. Look at that. Oh my God, it looks like he has a little mustache. Do you see this? What if that's Jim?
What if that's Jim?
What if that's him? But yes, if it's Jim, it would be James. But can you see what I'm seeing or no?
I do see what you're seeing, but I always like to look at it
Like
and go
he's-
thoroughly through them because there's always that case of pareidolia.
Most
And me
of it
being
is, yeah.
the investigator that I am, I always try to make sure that I'm not just seeing shit I want to see.
Are we back to Taco Neck? No, something
No.
moved.
What?
Sorry, Taco Neck.
No.
That was back, but it popped up again. All right, so we're moving on to the next window, but I just thought that was fascinating. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I don't believe in investigating as a hobby, like let's go look at the spooks. I mean,
No.
my gosh, this could be this could be the man that lived there.
Well, we don't do it for that. We do it for historical. We love the history of the buildings.
Yeah.
We love to see what spirits are also connected to that building because of their love for that place, or I don't know, maybe they felt stuck.
Oh,
Who
that's
knows?
amazing.
But the thing is, we don't do it just for. It's not a hobby to me.
No, I mean we were
it's a passion of mine. So
going to eat dinner. It was Mother's Day, actually.
yeah, we were gonna go to this kick-ass buffet, but yeah, they were closing in 20 minutes, so we couldn't quite attack the buffet in that amount of time.
No, that would be.
So we just decided to go eat somewhere else.
What is happening?
I don't know. Let's just
Really
move along.
It is. It's moving. I'm telling you, babe. Look closer at that.
Yeah.
I see. You could see his eyes. Oh, that's so creepy. But this is the first time I've seen it this big because I did this editing on the cell phone.
On the cell phone.
On the cell phone. You guys can't hear the music, but if you go on Facebook on our YouTube page, jump over to the podcast page because this video is up with audio. Woo!
Having a little tongue twisting.
Swear. Did you guys see the TikTok of Carl the Cardinal? There's a tongue twister there. Another for some. You were fine. I know you won that tongue twister match.
Hands down.
You guys try to say it. Carl the Cardinal, Carl the Cardinal, Carl the Cardinal, or
You did
Cardinal
pretty good.
Carl, Cardinal Carl, Cardinal Carl. Forget it, whatever. But now you guys are going to be doing that all night long. All right, whatever.
We don't know what the deal is with this.
No, I don't. I'm just going to slide it through here. Come on. So that's cool energy. That's another window. I'd love to look up in under the wood there.
Yeah, I'm not understanding. I guess they busted that one out or something, and that's how they've been protecting it. But the wood's about to give out on them, so looks a little rotted.
Okay, check this out.
Well, would love to. Having a little issues.
Okay, now the left side is just a bigger picture of the window of the right. I zoomed in. Again, I'm not
Don't
saying
even say anything. Just let them see it.
I'm not
If
going
they
to
see
say
anything.
Okay, but I am going to help a sister out because you'll see. So all my girls out there looking, watch. And I did play with the color because I wanted to highlight and bring out the contrast. Come on, Wi-Fi.
Well, it's still kind of jacking outside with the weather, so. Do you hear Pluto?
I do. They're like, guys, you can't rescue cats and then ignore us when you do your show. All right. So I'm hoping you guys can see. Oh, you know when you spend hours editing something and then the Wi-Fi chops right through it? Yes, I love she sees something. Hopefully I can get back to it because you can.
Like a face, right?
Right there. You see
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
And I'm going to just say this. I'm new to the ETs. I'm new to it. But look, when you experience energy that you can't explain
Well,
and
like we've talked about before when we were doing EVPs, some
Yeah.
of those don't sound human. They sound more robotic or more machine
yeah.
than they do a human saying certain
And
things. And
Teresa
so you never
says,
know that we could be communicating with not just spirits, but
"Oh yeah.
aliens as well.
Oh, we've got some evidence. We got
I
some
wish I could do
stuff
my
we're
hair
playing
crazy and
with."
go, it's aliens.
Oh, that guy.
That guy.
Listen, I have to say I have experienced things that have changed my mind. So, and I can't talk to the other side and then say that certain other things are not accurate or real.
Right.
I mean, that is paranormal. So to me, this is just researching. We're looking, we're gathering evidence. And I swear I think I see a gray. That's just my thing. Or an ET. I know there's lots of Yvonne did send me the encyclopedia. Thank you, Yvonne. It's amazing. I'm studying all of them. I am.
Well, we might as well because we may be in contact with them a little closer from what I'm being told than
Yeah, well, they're everywhere.
sooner than not.
Yep. Yep.
Something big's going on, and it ain't just going on over there in Russia and Ukraine. There's
Correct.
something big going on in this whole world, and you can feel it. It's going a little bit nuts. It's like the there's no calm before the storm. It's the mini storms before the big, huge one.
Yeah, but I know we're gonna float right through it.
Well, I understand that, but I'm just saying all these shootings and all these fires and all these tornadoes and all these things going on. It's like, good Lord, can you give us a break? Just a little bit of one.
And that's why we go rogue,
That's
because
right.
we're gonna do it our way. We're gonna do it the way we want to do it.
We apologize for all this stuff going on. We can't really help it. So
No. I keep going through the video, like let's get through the circle.
And it won't go past this picture, which is interesting.
It is interesting. I'm just saying.
They want us to see them.
Okay, so I'm gonna just kind of get to where
oh, look, the back.
Let's just go to the back parking lot.
If you can.
Some of us stay away from the back parking lot. Oh God, people are like, I've never seen this side of April. Listen, guys.
She gets a little silly every time you turn around.
This podcast is my outlet. So here's the side. There's my little soul.
And there's the back.
There's our back parking lot. There's convenient spots located with greenery and shrubbery, weedery. But there's energy, and clearly the RV.
That's a cool fence.
That's a beautiful fence. Look at that.
Old fire truck.
That is the back parking lot. That's the back
That's
side.
where you're going to go park. No.
Yep. And that little hallway or that little alleyway
goes to that little building
right in there.
thing. Yeah.
Guys, I mean, what do you feel? Do you feel anything? Anything? Look at all that. I do feel spiders, but
if you go in there, you'll feel a lot more than spiders.
Nope, that's not. I'm not going there. But I took a picture of this because I just thought that was interesting. I always like to see parts of buildings that constantly fall apart or break.
So you doubled that.
I
closer.
doubled that. Look at anything in that. Do you feel anything? Is it just not? It's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. But there is some stuff there. I love the old sign. It's really pretty. Yes.
Yeah, I would love to investigate it too, Teresa. That's why I said it. Even if for a couple of hours,
Amen.
Even during the day, there's traffic that goes through there because it's a main road, but it's not as busy as you would think during the day. On the weekends, I wouldn't attempt it, but it's a little quiet little country town, and it's got like a little, train station right across from the Beckham, which is right close to this place.
I wanted just to pause here because I wanted to show you guys. And the Beckham's cool. I mean, really.
The Beckham's so pretty. I swear. Inside it is so beautiful.
If we put together a paranormal, like a paranormal weekend, like a getaway, a paranormal getaway, where you'd have to fly in, probably Dallas, unless you want to spend the extra flying to Tyler. But we would put you up in some of the coolest, either a bed and breakfast, or it would be inclusive to stay at the Jefferson. We'd organize it. And we'd go and see some of these places. I'd love to hook some of you up with the History, Haunts, and Legends Ghost Walk with Jody. Jefferson is one of the most historic, documented, but active locations. So I came across this, but if you guys are interested, I'd love to. Teresa's like, yes. Well, if we get a bunch of people that are on, then I say we start doing like a paranormal adventure. Plus, we're going to be doing an event at, you want to say it? The first visit will be us and cameras.
Yeah. The Broken Bow Asylum.
In Broken Bow, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Yes. Very excited. So we're going to go the first weekend alone.
Right. And we're going to kind of see what it's all about. Check it out. Make sure that it's, viable for people to fly in and have a good time. Now it is going to be from traveling from Texas to this location and then back, but we can do that in cars. That's not a big problem.
Get a whole
we don't want to take a ton of people, so it's going to be a limited amount of people, but
we got 2, Aaron and Teresa, and those girls know each other.
Yeah. So we can get this together and set a date up, and we can all go to the Broken Bow Asylum, and hopefully they'll have facilities to use the restroom by then.
Ashley, yeah,
because they didn't last time. Kelly just went, so I can also ask Kelly.
I mean, look, when you want to go and really research energy, some of these places don't have functioning piping and electricity.
Yeah.
And
I remember when we used to do the old Yoakum Hospital in Yoakum, Texas, and you talk about dilapidated. Okay, they had no toilets at all, and the whole town of Yoakum is completely shut down by 7 p.m. When the sun goes down, we're done. Okay, that's it.
We're gonna have to brace our
We're scared
Florida
of dark,
family,
so
though.
They would shut down. And so what they did for the investigators was they made a potty out of a Home Depot bucket.
Oh,
and a little like camping seaty to sit on, and then you'd have to pee and do your duty in there. And
wow,
yeah, it was pretty rough. It was like I think I'd rather go outside. I don't know if there was nowhere else to go. So you got to do what you got to do when you're investigating. When you're a hardcore investigator, you'll do it. But yeah,
I'm not a like let's pee in a bucket kind of girl.
Are you gonna take it off of the screen, or
I was gonna have you move over a little, get close to me. Oh, all right. So guys, let's go back to the big screen.
Okay, now I can.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So we just wanted to share this with you because a lot of my East Coast peeps, this is new to you guys.
Yeah.
I know Teresa, Aaron, you guys are interested, so let's put something together. I mean, as the world is doing what it's doing, there's no reason why we cannot focus on joy and helping and peace. And I believe a lot of the paranormal work, that's what I call it, we do is not only to lift humanity one heart at a time, but some of those hearts are not in body anymore. Everybody has a story. And, if you're in body and you've isolated yourself and you're agoraphobic and you don't come out anymore and you're not connected to the world anymore, I mean, that alone to me is very much the energy of what's at this place. Sometimes because of free will, remember, that's why we come here. People are like, no, he's trapped.
It's sometimes people question why why there would be spirits left at a place like an asylum.
Well, there is a disclaimer about kids. I've seen some stuff where, there's some people that believe they're being held there legitimately. All right, but go ahead. Sorry.
Well, what I was saying is when you have an asylum, say, why would people want to stick around there? Why would the spirits want to stick around there? Well, sometimes the asylums were all these people knew because their families dumped them at these asylums when they were younger, and these people raised them. That's all they know. And so that's one of the theories that I have, that they felt safe there. They had never known anything else, even though it was not probably the best conditions.
Yeah.
That's all they knew. So that's one of the reasons,
Or
I think.
neglect. I mean,
Well, I know, but you don't want to really hang around a place that caused a bunch of grief unless you're trying to get some revenge.
or unless you're a child that was neglected and you were delayed, or they didn't. In fact, I think they even did shock therapy on children that in today's day would be on the spectrum, which I think is bullshit, but that's the energy that is at some of these places. You've got trauma like in the walls.
Yeah.
Walls absorb energy.
Yeah, that's one of the things back in the day when I was investigating with other investigators, that they thought yelling would loosen up whatever was in the walls, and you don't have to yell. I kept saying, there's no reason for you to be screaming. They're not deaf and they're not dumb. They are spirits. They can hear you. That you don't even have to say anything. You can think it. So there's no reason to yell.
Walk into your neighbor's house and start screaming, "Where are you, you son of a bitch?
Yeah, what's your name?"
Come on. I mean, they're literally going to rush you,
Yeah.
We have to respect everywhere we go. We have to tread lightly,
Yeah.
and that's not just paranormal. I mean, hell, paranormal means that which is unknown. So if we have to be kind, loving humans, then shit, I'm going to be paranormal. I'd love to be. I am paranormal.
You are all about paranormal.
I am.
You embody paranormal.
I love that. It's like the greatest compliment ever.
Yeah.
You embody paranormal.
No cooking necessary, no assembly required.
All right, guys. I think we're at the end of this adventure.
Apologize for being late with the technical difficulties, but
yes, divine timing and divine order. At some
we
point,
just have to go with the flow.
Yes. Look, I understand the whole world runs on time, but the whole world isn't happy. So at some point, we're going to de-stress and go with the flow.
That's right.
And it will always work out. All right. So I'm going to start to undo the logo, since I'm going to, I always call it manning the dashboard.
Yeah, because I have no clue what she's doing right now.
I'm doing the DJ booth.
Well, we will get this broken bow thing. We'll kind of do a consensus on what time of the year would be best for you guys. But we can definitely do it. And we have the reservation. We just need to put a date on it. So
maybe we intertwine it with HHL.
Maybe.
Oh, because we're going in December. So we'll play it by ear, like for right now, and we'll start feeling it out. So anybody, if you have an idea of when you would like to play, we can always do 2 of these. I mean, there's really...
Well, we do have 2 dates that we can...
Right. Well, and I think she said she would throw in a 3rd. So...
Well,
I do that a lot now.
Yeah. So anyway, we got at least 2 dates that we can reserve for investigations, and we don't want a big group. We're gonna probably limit it to about 8 or 10 people.
Yes,
because with us that'd be 10, so probably 8 people. And it's gonna be really nice. I think the place is active as can be, because I know my friend Kelly has been there a couple of times. North Texas Haunt Jaunts. Aurora, Alien Baby's mommy.
Yes.
Well, that's a whole nother show. But anyway, Kelly can tell us what it's like lately, because she really likes that place, and her friend have been there a couple of times. So I'll get with her and see if the restrooms are working in working order, and then we'll make a little page and kind of go from there.
Yes.
Little group.
All right. So I think it's time.
It is time. Are you going to do one of your videos?
I am. All right. Until we see you again, you better be watching New Amsterdam on Peacock.
Oh, yeah.
It's getting really good. It's so good. All right. I love you.
I love you.
I love you. All right. Now we're going to take ourselves out of here.
Alas, my children, this is the day you shall always remember as the day that you almost...
Thank you for coming to our show, and good night.
Woo, doggy! On to the next quest. Get out of here.
Spiritually Rogue Podcast. New world, new ways, new life. Sunday nights, 7 p.m. Central. spirituallyrogue.com.
Over now.
Get up now, come on.
Yeah. Cause this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness.